Hello students, welcome to my online classroom. Today in this video I am going to teach you last part of this lesson, the red trap. In previous part I taught you that how the Iron Master took the vagabond or the red trap seller to his home because he did mistake that he was his friend, and after getting him his home he identified him next morning and he got angry and he told him to go out of his home. But his daughter came between them and she told that she did not want that this man should go outside of their home that day because they only bought him. So afterward what happened we will know in this part. This is part number 4 and this is last part of this lesson. That morning she had felt so happy when she thought how home-like and Christmassy she was going to make things for the poor hungry wretch. At night she bought him, and the next morning she was very happy because she was getting something ready for this wretch, means the beggar, just like the man is in his own home. So she wants that the beggar or this stranger must feel as it is he is at his own home. She could not get away from the idea all at once and that was why she had interested for the vagabond. One thought is there in her mind, and because of this thought only she came. Interested means she intervened or interfered. She came between his father and this vagabond, and she requested her father that that man should be allowed or permitted to stay at their home for that day. So what was the thought was in her mind? So she is telling here, I am thinking of this stranger here, said the young girl. So what she was thinking, the man means the stranger, he walks and walks the whole year long, and there is probably not in a single place in the whole country where he is welcome. So what she is thinking, that the people like that man, so the vagabond, he walks and walks all over the year and there is no place in the world they can stay there, and there is no one in the world who will come forward to welcome them and can feel at home. So they cannot feel anywhere as they have come to their home. Wherever he runs he is chased away. In wherever they will go, so the people will chase them, the people will drive them away. Always he is afraid of being arrested, and these people are always having fear that they can be arrested or they can cross-examine, means they can be questioned for many things, that from where they came, why they came. So they have this type of problem. I should like to have him enjoy a day of peace with as here just one in the whole year. So she is willing that at least that day he should enjoy the day at their home peacefully, means there is no fear and no one will chase, so he should enjoy the day there. The Iron Master mumbled something in his beard. So when the Iron Master listened the opinion of her daughter, so he spoke something unclearly. He could not bring himself to oppose her. It was all mistake, of course, and her father also could not oppose her because he committed one mistake to identify that man. She continued, but anyway, I don't think we ought to chase away a human being whom we have asked to come here. And her daughter told that whatever or whoever he may be, or in which way by mistake or whatever the reason may be there, that they bought this man here, so they only bought, so this is their mistake. And to whom we have promised Christmas cheer, and we promised him that we will enjoy the Christmas here. So you do preach worse than a parson. Then said the iron master. So iron master, now he said to her daughter that now you are preaching, means you are giving me the message like a parson, means the priest. So like a priest you are messaging me, or you are sermoning me. I only hope you won't have to regret this. The young girl, and he told that whatever we did, but you no need to regret over this. The young girl took the stranger by the hand and led him up to the table. Afterward, the girl held that man's hand and she took that man near the table. Now sit down and eat, she said, and she requested that man to sit and eat, for she could see that her father had given in. And now she understood that anyway her father also accepted her opinion or her request. The man with the rat traps said not a word. He only sat down and helped himself to the food. He did not speak anything, just he sat there peacefully, and he was eating only, involved in eating. Time after time he looked at the young girl who had interceded for him, and some time or after in between at the time of eating he was looking at that girl, because how she intervened to her father. Why had she done it? And he also thinking that why this girl did, or seeing that girl supported him. What could the crazy idea be? After that Christmas Eve at Ramsjo passed just as it always had. What could the crazy idea be? What may be behind it, he thought. And after that Christmas, so Christmas over, the Christmas Eve was over, at Ramsjo passed just as it always had. In which way? Ramsjo means the house of this iron master. So happily they passed that day, and the stranger did not cause any trouble because he did nothing but sleep. And you know that one unknown or unexpected person was there at their home, but he did not disturb them because he didn't do anything except sleeping, and slept at one stretch. The whole afternoon he lay on the sofa in one of the guest room and slept at one stretch. So one in guest room, the man had been sleeping on the sofa. Slept at one stretch means he took very deep and sound sleep. At noon they woke him up so that he could have his share of the good Christmas fare. So the day was Christmas day and he was sleeping there. So in the noon time they woke him up and they asked him to take Christmas fare, means the Christmas feast or the food. But after that he slept again. So after taking it again he went to sleep. It seemed as though for many years he had not been able to sleep as quietly and safely as here at Ramsjo. So the man sleeping in that way, so it seems that he had not been able to sleep as quietly and safely as he was sleeping there at Ramsjo. Ramsjo means the house of the iron master. In the evening, when the Christmas tree was lighted, they woke him up again, and he stood for a while in the drawing room. So in the evening, when the Christmas tree was lighted, means they lighted and decorated the Christmas tree, and at that time they woke him up also. And he stood for a while in the drawing room. So he came there, he stood there in the drawing room, and blinking as though, but he was not able to see the decoration because the light may be because of the very bright light may be there, so he was blinking as though the candlelight hurt him, so his eyes were not able to see the light, so he was blinking there, but after that he disappeared again. So just for some time he stood there and again he went back to his room. 2 hours later he was aroused once more. After 2 hours again he came there. He then had to go down into the dining room and eat the Christmas fish and porridge. And after 2 hours, because he came down into the dining room, so he came to the dining room because this was the time of dinner. So he was also have to take the Christmas fish and porridge. This is the Christmas food they prepared. As soon as they got up from the table, he went around to each one present and said thank you and good night. So after taking his meal, he stood up and he went to everyone who were present there, and he said them thank you to each one. But when he came to the young girl, she gave him to understand that it was her father's intention. So in the end he went to that girl, and when he went to that girl, so she gave him to understand that it was her father's intention. So she told her that her father's intention is that the suit which he wore was to be a Christmas present. He did not have to return it, and she told that that morning he was given her father's suit. So she told that now no need to give it back. This suit you accept as your Christmas present. And if he wanted to spend next Christmas Eve in a place where he could rest in peace and be sure that no evil would befall him, he would be welcome back again. And one more thing, that girl told that you enjoyed this Christmas this year with us, and next year also you are most welcome. You can come and enjoy very happy and peaceful Christmas here with us if you feel it's safe and if there is no risk for you, and if you want to come, so you are most welcome to our home next year also. The man with the red tape did not answer anything to this. So when she told, so he couldn't tell anything. He only stared at the young girls in boundless amazement. Just he looked at the young girl and he was thinking, he was amazed. The next morning, why he was amazed? Because why that girl was supporting him a lot and giving him that much love and showing intimacy and so many things. What he felt that he is at his own home only because of that girl. The next morning, the iron master and his daughter got up in a good season to go to the early Christmas service. And after that night, next morning, the iron master and his daughter, they both woke up in a good season, means early in the morning, and they went to church for service, means for prayer. Christmas service means for the Christmas prayer. This guest was still asleep. So when they went at that time, the guest means the stranger was sleeping, and they did not disturb him. So they didn't disturb him, did not ask to come with them. When at about 10 o'clock they drove back from the church, the young girl sat and hung her head even more dejectedly than usual. So at the time of coming back to the home, so the girl was not feeling well. She just bent down her head and looking very upset. Dejected means very sad. At church, she said, learned that one of the old crofter of the iron works had been robbed by a man who went around selling red traps. So she's telling that in the church she came to know that one old crafter of their ironwork was robbed by one person who was selling rat traps. So, yes, that was a fine fellow you let into the house, said her father. So, her father told that he is the same person to whom you gave shelter to our house. I only wonder how many silver spoons are left in the cupboard by this time, and he's worrying that they kept their things there. So, in the cupboard, silver spoons may be there. So, the person might have stolen their things also. So they are now doubting and worrying about their things. The wagon had hardly stopped at the front step when the iron master asked the valet whether the stranger was still there. So when they reached their home, and immediately the iron master asked to the valet, means the helper, that is this man or the stranger is here or he went. So he added that he had heard at church that the man was a thief, and he told that valet that in the church they came to know that the man who was staying here with us was a thief. The valet answered that the fellow had gone and that he had not taken anything with him at all. So the valet told that the person already had left the house, but he did not take anything with him. On the contrary, he had left behind a little package which Miss Wilmanson was to be kind enough to accept as a Christmas present, and but he left one packet, and he told that if Miss Will Manson will accept and be kind enough to accept as a Christmas present. So, as a Christmas gift or present, he left one packet for Miss Wilmanson. The young girl opened the package, which was so badly done up. So, when the girl took the packet and she was opening, so she was not properly packed, means very badly it was packed, that the content came into view at once, and what was there inside the pack, the content came out. She gave a little cry of joy, and when she looked at, so she felt very happy. She found a small rat trap. So in the pack, one small rat trap was there, and in it lay 3 wrinkled 10-kroner notes. And in this rat trap, there were kept 3 wrinkled, means folded 10-kroner notes, means the currency was there. But that was not all. Except these, in the red trap lay also a letter written in a large jagged characters. So beside these things, one more thing was there in the pack. One letter was there, and something was written on the paper in the large jagged character, means not clear, because the man was not educated. So anyway, he would have tried to write something for that girl. Honored and noble Miss, since you have been so nice to me all day long, as if I was a captain, I want to be nice to you in return as if I was a real captain. So he wrote this line. He is addressing that girl as honored and noble Miss, since you have been so nice, and she told that you were so nice to me all the day long, means all over the day. So as if I was a captain, and you respected me, and you loved me like a captain. So I want to be nice to you. So I want to become a good person for you in return, as if I was a real captain. And just like I am not a captain, but like a real captain, I want to become, or I want to behave like a real captain, for I do not want you to be embarrassed at this Christmas season by a thief, and I don't want that you should feel bad or embarrassed because of me. So, but you can give back the money to the old man on the roadside. he is making one request that the money he kept in the this rat trap. So he is told that that money should be given to this one old man, and he lived on the roadside, who has the money pouch hanging on the window frame as a bet for poor vendor. And he told that he hang this money pouch on the window frame, and it was like a bait, means the temptation or the attraction for the poor vagabond or the vendors like him. The rat trap is a Christmas present from a rat, and he told that I gave you one rat trap. This is one. This is a Christmas present to you from a rat. So he himself is telling that he is like a rat who would have been caught in this world trap, and he told that he caught in the world rat trap like a rat if he had not been raised to captain, because in that way he got power to clear himself. So it's telling that this world rat trap, if he had not been raised to captain, because in that way he got power to clear himself. So he thought that as he was addressed as the captain, so after that he wanted to raise, means he wanted to become, or he wanted to behave like a real captain, because in that way, so the way what he did means he became very honest, and he gave this money to this girl and requested that the money should be given back to that crofter. So in this way he wanted to become a good person. He got power to clear himself, means in this way he inspired, or he learned these things from that girl to do such good things. Written with friendship and high regard, and this is the last line he wrote, that he is addressing written with friendship and high regard, means very high respect for you. And in the end he is writing captain on his tail, because this is not his real name, but he was addressed there as captain on style. So he is now willing to show the girl that after that day he will try to become like a captain on style. Dear student, this is the end of this lesson, and you know that in the very first part I told you what is the theme of the lesson. So the theme of the story is that the most human beings are prone to fall into the trap of material benefit. However, every human being has an essential goodness that can be awakened through understanding and love. So here in the story you would have noticed that how that girl converted or changed this vagabond and the stranger as a good person just because of her true love and his good understanding. Dear student, I hope you will like this video, and if you really like it, so please subscribe my channel and press bell icon so that you can get notification of my all newly upload videos. Thank you for watching.